Okay, here we go. I was having troubles with my headset trying to be able to hear what was going on. And it was getting all screechy on me. And then I loaded the stream on the web browser and it don't sound screechy at all on mine. So it's just my headset. So I think the battery was going or something. So I got it plugged in now and that's power. And we'll hope that survives. Okay, let's see. Be sure I got the right mouse. So for those that don't know me, my name is Dave, and I am the project leader for the Bugzilla project. And I need to tweet. I was in the middle of trying to compose a tweet when I realized the headset wasn't working. Let's see. Live on stream right now, tackling Bugzilla 5.9.1, change log, and release notes. Twitch.tv, Bugzilla project. Attachment. Drop the thumbnail on there. Filling release notes for the upcoming release. I'll get more on top of these things one of these days. Okay. Description. Gotta have alt tags. Nobody will like it if I post without the image described. Okay. Out it goes on Mastodon, and out on Twitter. And away we go. Hello, am I dropping frames? Probably. Let me check the stats. Oh, heck yes I am. 27% packet loss, that's not fun. That is network drops, not rendering. So my rendering is keeping up just fine. So apparently the network is having issues tonight. See, where's the other Twitch stats panel? Yeah, Twitch says I'm unstable right now. Well, the packet loss amount is getting better, at least slowly. It's 23 instead of 26 now. Maybe it cleared up. I just reset the statistics and it's staying at 0 now. Because I think it averages like the last 15 minutes for the percentage it tells me. And since I just reset it, it's just averaging the last minute or so. Yeah, it must have cleared up. It says I'm not dropping anything anymore. Okay. Am I still dropping frames visibly on the stream? Okay, let's see. So we need Firefox going. And there's my... Oh, I got too many bookmarks. It fell off the end. Our release notes that we were working on. So for anybody that hasn't been watching this on the previous streams, what's going on is we have a upcoming release of Bugzilla, which is based on a fork that Mozilla made from upstream Bugzilla about 14 years ago. And they've added a bunch of stuff that we want, and they've cherry-picked a bunch of stuff from us. And so both of the two have kind of advanced in their own directions and cherry-picked things from each other. But they've got a lot of things that we wanted, and so we're like pulling everything from them and porting stuff of ours that they didn't have into it. And so the red stuff on here is things that were in the release notes of mainline Bugzilla between when they forked and now. And so if we find any of those in our travels through the release logs, then both of them have it, and it doesn't need to be release noted because it's not new. And if we get to the end and we're all done and there's still red stuff left, then that stuff gets to be documented as stuff that got removed. Or we get to hurry up and port it if it's something important. We might discover things that we're missing that, we really ought to have that. And I really don't think at this point that the 5.9.1 release that we're talking about is actually going to have these release notes in it. It's just a developer preview release. And typically the release notes don't get done until the release candidate for Bugzilla 6, it would be in this case. And so we are definitely going to have the release notes ready for Bugzilla 6. But this is 14 years worth of release notes. And we've got through 3 years of them so far. Over the last 6 hours we've been working on them. So we've got a lot of years to get through yet. And so I don't think we're going to pull this off in time to have 5.9.1 out in a timely manner, because we also have 4.4.14 and 5.0.4.1 and 5.2 and a 5.3.3 that all need to be released as well. And those are all just about ready to go. And I'm not going to hold 5.9.1 for the release notes in order to hold up everything else with it. But we got a good start on what's in it from going through on this stream. And we're using a tool called GitG on Linux. And I got to find the Harmony branch in here. It's right up at the top. So this is basically a branch visualization tool for Git, and it shows us all of the commits. And if I get back over here, we should have, actually, let me get out of full screen mode with this. I don't know why it starts out in full screen all the time, but I can't read the chat over top of it on stream. There we go. Okay, I should have given myself a keyword to search for down at the bottom of this to get back to where we left off. Here it is. We toss that into the search box up here. And there we go. So there's where we left off. And we have two lines along here at this point. And Bugzilla, Bugzilla.mozilla.org, Mozilla's fork of it, was keeping up really good at merging back in the upstream stuff as it came out. As long as the full version that they were on kept coming out, as long as it was supported. And they branched from version 4.2. And so the green line here is bugzilla.mozilla.org, and the blue line is upstream Bugzilla 4.2. And every so often you'll see the line comes back in because they merged from it. And so anything that's on the blue line, we don't need to worry about because it's already in the release notes at some point, if it was release noteworthy. And then the green line is stuff that Bugzilla.mozilla.org did, a lot of which was actually cherry-picked from us because they grabbed something individual without waiting for the next time they merged. And we found several of those so far. And so this one that we left off at, you can see is one of those that they've got an upstream bug number here listed, so that was one that they ported. They cherry-picked it instead of bringing it in with merge. So if we continue from there, defer loading of persona. Well, that's in an extension that is new to us anyway, so we'll pick that up if it matters with, hey, we got this new extension. And this one is gone anyway because the service it talks to is gone, so they got rid of it. So it doesn't matter anyway. We're eventually going to run across the commit where they're pulling all of this out of here. That was a third-party auth service, sort of like the login with Google or whatever. It kind of sort of turned into Firefox accounts, but it kind of sort of didn't. And so it'll get renamed or something at some point. They called it Persona when it first started. Let's see. And this is part of an extension that's new to us. It's the push extension. And this one is in the BMO extension. Where I'm looking right now is right where the mouse is down here, the file names that are hit. If there's more than one file touched, it'll have them all collapsed, and we'll have the list of file names down here, and then we can expand them and look at the diff if we want to. But if there's only one file, it automatically opens the diff. So if we're seeing a diff, it's the only file. And it says that's an extension /BMO, which is the extension that Mozilla created to dump all of their customized stuff in so they wouldn't be messing with upstream code. And we are still going to have to be careful of, we can't just blindly say it's a new extension. The final Bugzilla 6 is probably not going to include this extension. They have a lot of stuff in it that we want. We're going to port it into mainline code or into other standalone extensions. It's basically what Mozilla tossed anything that they customized in before they got smart and started creating new extensions for specific features. So they did start getting good at that at some point. A lot of their newer stuff, they created specific extensions for the feature instead of dumping it into the BMO extension. And that also means that the Harmony branch has a crap ton of extensions in it. See if I open a terminal window and we'll go look at it. We'll go look at that folder, and you can see there's more extensions in there that I can fit on the screen. Oh, it's not that much more. And some of those extensions are Mozilla-specific features that are probably going to end up going away, or at least be disabled by default in Bugzilla 6 when it ships. And a lot of these will probably be, I don't know, there's a lot of them that are enabled by default right now, which is a fun thing. We have this tool this last week that we just got finished up for looking at the Bugzilla schema. And if we go and look at the difference between the current main release and Harmony branch that hasn't released yet, there's the diff of the database between the two for just the database structure. So blue tables, so this is just a list of table names. Blue ones are ones that have had column changes in them. Green one, the entire table is new. Red one, the table went away. And you can see this, like half of the database tables are new from the existing Bugzilla. So they changed a lot. And looking through these table names, you can tell a bunch of them belong to specific extensions. Like they have a tracking flags extension, and there's a user profile extension, and they have a push extension. And if you've been on our Discord, you might notice we're making use of that push extension. That's where the notifications on the Bugs channel are coming from. When they make changes to bugs in the Bugzilla product, they get announced on that channel. So that is a webhook that the push extension creates. And it requires admin side to set it up on BMO, but we had them set it up for us. That we gave them our Discord link, the webhook link, and they threw it in on their admin side, and so it spits bugs into our Discord channel. And the push messages they send out are actually not compatible with Discord, so it's actually sending to a relay server we have set up that grabs those webhooks, reformats them for Discord, and then sends them to Discord. And so I don't know how much of the schema should actually be in here. We might regenerate this at some point with all the extensions disabled and see if we get a lot fewer tables. I'm pretty sure this anti-spam stuff is an extension also. So many of the features implemented in extensions, that's a good question. I'm not sure how much we should consider core database for comparing between the versions. Like a bunch of these tables might not even supposed to be here on here because this should be core Bugzilla, maybe. Yeah, all this OAuth 2 stuff is an extension too. So anyway, we will figure that out at some point. If you can't hear me over the music, let me know. I never remember how loud it is. Twitch is telling me the stream is doing really good right now, but we had a bunch of packet loss again a few minutes ago. So we're at 7% and dropping according to OBS. Twitch says we're entirely clean again, so yay. Fun network tonight. At least it didn't completely drop. Okay. And clear this. Oh, I don't want to clear that because it's. Oh, I changed branches on the checkout. So now we got green and blue and yellow instead of green and blue. Okay. Jump back to where we were. Because we were on a patch branch, because I created a patch from here last week. And now we're back on the main Harmony branch. Where we left off. This is where we were. Okay. And so anyway, what I was getting to, we have changes to the BMO extension. Sometimes we care about those and sometimes we don't. So we have to look at it, and it depends on what it is, whether we release note it or not. Because some of the stuff we care about is going to get moved into mainline Bugzilla, and we're going to release note it anyway, so we'll include it in our list. Talking too much, gotta stay hydrated or my voice will go bad. Okay, and this one is a Mozilla specific thing because they have a list of groups that take care of various things that they hard-coded in their extension instead of having config options for it. So anytime somebody wanted changes to it, they had to commit changes to the extension. Woohoo! Let's see, flag type comments. Oh, this is a bug fix, and we're not going to care a whole lot about most of the bug fixes. It's a bug that they induced because they had a bad merge with 4.2, and so they were just fixing that. This is a change to an extension that is new to us that we didn't have previously, so we will cover that under, hey, this extension is new. And that is a new to us extension. We have an entirely new file. It's not a whole new extension, is it? Oh, it's an override template, okay. Or a hook template. Yeah, it's a hook template, okay. So all they have to do is create the template, and the fact that it exists, Bugzilla will find it and go use it. So that's why there's no code to go with it. Okay. That's one of the cool things with Bugzilla's hooks. You just create a function with that name for the code hooks, and or drop in a template file that matches the hook name. Okay, dependency graph. That looks like an important thing, but depends on the context of it, whether it's important to talk about it in a bug list or not. Or release notes, I mean. Yay for containers. If you haven't been on my stream before, I need to avoid displaying security content. So I have Bugzilla in 2 different containers in Firefox. And one of them is logged in with this triage bot account that does not have access to security bugs. So that way we can't accidentally go look at them. And then the other container has me in it. So if we do have to make a change to a bug, I can reload the tab in that container and go poke at the bug. So this is an upstream Bugzilla bug, which means they cherry-picked it. So we don't care about that anyway, because if it was important, upstream will have release noted it already. Okay. And that's a bug fix to the previous commit. My dashboard is a new to us extension, so we don't care about that one. And that's Mozilla specific stuff. That's Mozilla specific stuff. That's Mozilla specific stuff. A bunch of these will be. That's a new to us extension. Mozilla specific, new extension, another upstream merge. Excuse me. And it's a new to us extension. New to us extension. Wait, no changes. What does that mean? File mode changes that they didn't tell us about or something? I guess the Git tool doesn't document that really well. If I care, I can do this. Yeah, file mode changes. Again, one file with actual changes in it. Okay, so Git-G just doesn't tell us about file mode changes. It's like, hey, something changed, but we have no clue what. Wonder if there's a preference for that. Do we have preferences in this somewhere? There's a menu, preferences. Yeah, no preference to show mode changes. Okay, so it just knows, hey, something changed, but we don't know what. I'll just assume it's mode changes if we ever get more of those. Okay. Install file, so that looks like they don't tell us that it's us, but that's interesting. That should have been an upstream fix. We're going to lose our place if I dare touch it. Can I search for a commit up here? I can. Okay. So we will leave that in the search bar because we're going to lose our place when I switch branches. Where is that install file system? In line 1, or it doesn't matter really. It's ways down. They got reset us already anyway. Bugzilla install. Oh, I'm in the extension folder, that's why. File system, and then we have a row of constants somewhere with permission settings. I think that was it. We just, nope, that's not it. There it is. And we don't have a bin directory at all. So there was permission changes for a bin directory. They were considering anything in the bin directory was executable, not just PL files, which is what they had originally. So that was something Mozilla specific, and we're picking that up on the upgrade. That was more me satisfying my curiosity. I don't think we're going to care about that for release notes. Harmony is ambiguous because there's one of them right there. And there's the other one. There's a remote and a branch, both named Harmony. Okay, we'll come back up here. Refresh my search to get back to where we left off. And that sounds like an upstream bug report. Oh, no, it's not. That's okay, that's contrib script. Excuse me. I just realized the subtitles are not working. Okay, testing. Yeah, there we go. It's working now. It's sending a subtitle stream alongside of it, so if you turn on closed captions on Twitch, you'll see them. But it's not putting them over top of the stream in the video. I forgot to, when I was changing the hardware around, the mic changed reference points in the USB table, so everything that had that mic remembered lost it, and I had to go pick it again. Even though it was the same device name, it just changed the ports it was plugged into. So the caption utility was watching the microphone and it moved on it. Okay. So the script that we're looking at here was a script that they use when researchers decide they want a copy of the database for research purposes and ask Mozilla to give them one. This is a script that'll strip out all of the personal data and all of the security bugs out of the database so that they can give them a sanitized copy that doesn't have anything that they shouldn't see in it. And they changed something. Oh, and they're basically just turning email delivery off for all of the users in the database. Which I thought it changed them all the fake email addresses too, but maybe it doesn't. That would be weird. But I guess even if they're fake email addresses, it'll do weird things if they put it on the live Bugzilla and suddenly it's sending hundreds of email to addresses that don't exist. So better off to disable them all anyway. Okay, that's a change to a dashboard, which is new to us. And that is an upstream bug that they pulled on a subsequent merge at some point. And then adding tracking flags, which is another upstream thing for, or not upstream, it's Mozilla specific, I mean. Okay, new bug form, that's Mozilla specific, it's Mozilla specific. New forms, or new redirects to a form. Tag new users, that's a new to us extension. Documentation changes. Documentation is all new now, so anything this old that's a documentation change, we're not going to care about at all. That's a backport of an upstream bug that they cherry picked. That's a bunch of changes to extensions that are all new to us. That's a Mozilla specific thing, although we'll pick it up anyway. It's scripts to assist with doing some reorganization stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's changing the etiquette document. Upstream merge, pulled in all the stuff off the yellow branch. The orange, whatever color that is. Believe or ignore separate. Oh, and we already mentioned this one. This is our. We don't need it anyway. It's an upstream that they cherry picked before and then backed it out because it broke something. So now they're cherry picked it again. So apparently they figured out what broke it. Yeah, I want to go look for this because I think it's probably in here somewhere. What was that again? Ignore bugs, okay. User facing. There we go. You can now choose not to receive any email at all about a particular bug, even if you continue to have a role on that bug. So that can go away because it was upstream and they just added it in Harmony, so, or in BMO. And I'll make sure I didn't accidentally add it myself when they committed it the first time. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. Fixed breakage caused by refactoring. That's an extension that's new to us. Ooh, excuse me. Robots.text changes. CSS changes to the theme. We don't care about that for release notes other than, hey, big visual refresh. follow up to that other bug we just looked at. And then it's an upstream bug, I can tell because it's got approvals by people that never worked for Mozilla. Oh, it's on the orange branch too. That's a don't even need to look there because it's on the orange branch, which is upstream anyway. Change to BMO extension. Oh, yeah, that's a new form. Okay. Changes to a form, custom form of theirs. That's an extension that's new to us. That's an extension that's new to us. That might be an upstream, but might not. That is not. That is Mozilla.org, so that was Mozilla only, apparently. So that's new to us. Is it anything that we care about? Changing a sort order, it looks like. Performance thing. That'll fall under general performance improvements. Don't need to round out that, probably. From Arecibo to Sentry. This is related to logging, which eventually is just going to get called logging anyway. And it's an extension that's new to us, and I think we have that mentioned already. Let's see, all the extensions were up here. You might have already had that upstream. Oh wait, that's built into core, that's right. So file will get renamed to that eventually. Yeah. Okay. Project kickoff form is a Mozilla specific thing. Same. That's kind of, that's something people would care about, but it's not particularly important in the grand scheme of things. Oh, I think that extension is new to us anyway. Yeah. So we'll just pick it up with that extension. Apparently I've had too long of a day. I keep yawning because I'm talking too much. Just a moment. Let me get. Interesting green screen effects for a yellow bottle. Oh yeah, it's an extension that's new to us. So we'll do a feature summary of the extension when we say the extension is new. So I'm not going to care about any changes to the extension because we'll just look at it all as one lump when we compile the list of extensions. Okay. That sounds like something we should have fixed upstream. Is that another cherry pick? That is a cherry pick. That one's ours. So if you look at product up here at the top, it's got product as Bugzilla. And if it was something Mozilla specific, it would be product bugzilla.mozilla.org. Okay. New extension. Whoops. I gotta double check what it is. Triage, report, time zone, and Firefox. Okay, that'll be part of new features picked up, if anything. Persona we don't care about because it's gone. Configuration options for which logging package to use. That's interesting. Do I even have a vanilla harmony somewhere I can test? Dylan and I were just working on that last week. We just added a variable, which I think is for exactly the same thing in local config instead of in params, because this is adding it to the administrator pages. I have the 5.2 that I can look at, but not a. Hang on a second. Got a good old Docker demo image. Okay, that is board 8000. There we go. There's our Bugzilla install. Vanilla Harmony. Where the heck did my terminal window go? We still have bmo.test as the default username. We'll fix that at some point before we release. Okay. Administration in here somewhere. Parameters. We have lots of parameter categories. Nothing about logging. Administrative policies. What was the name of the config option? Maybe they got rid of it again some point later, which is always a possibility. Log user requests. Yeah, I don't see it. That must have been removed again later. Okay. What was that? Extensions BML config. Okay. Oh, so the lack of context on the diff is confusing us. Confusing me at least. So they were adding an additional dependency to make sure check setup installed it. Okay. Okay, so we don't really care about that. We'll wrap all of those up in the. That's actually automatically generated. The release notes script that we have documents what all the dependencies are, the Perl dependencies, at the top of the release notes. Okay, back to the grind. Which one was this? That looks like it changed flags on several bugs at once or something, which I'm sure came back. That sounds like an upstream bug. Nope, that's a Mozilla specific. Huh. Oh well, it's a minor bug fix. We won't care. That's filtering stuff out of the logs. Same with that. Another upstream merge. We're pretty good about merging with 4.2 every so often. And then when it loses support, they will stuff would have to go fly. So I was careless and made a mess here. I will be back in a moment. I got to take care of some things. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take long to clean up. I have one of those vinyl floor mats underneath me, and so it just made a puddle. A couple paper towels. I didn't spill very much anyway. Just I caught it quickly. Got 3/4 of the can left still. Okay. What are we doing? We're looking at something over here. Get out of my way. That was a big miss. 807. There's the one we were looking at. Okay. That was this one. Oh, that's for a custom form. Okay, we're not going to care about that anyway. Mozilla specific things. They got a bunch of forms that they put into the BMO extension instead of dropping them in template custom. Works either way. Okay, backporting a bug, so that's going to be an upstream one anyway. CSS changes to the theme, covered under visual refresh. Product changes, that's Mozilla specific. Backport new date custom field type from bug. Okay, that's got to be an upstream. Just the bug number, not the whole thing. Yeah, that's an upstream bug. And that sounds like something that would probably be on the release notes already that we would need to pull. Administrator and developer section, probably. Integer and date custom field types. Okay. Well, we just got date, but not integer. I'm sure they have it. I should leave that running. It'll come in handy. Yeah, okay, so we're looking field PM for a field type date. Actually, the field type integer we're looking for in the same one. Okay. Bugzilla field.pm. I saw field type integer go by somewhere up at the top, but it wasn't the definition of it. Don't we have? Oh, I bet you they moved that into Bugzilla constants. Yep, there they are. So yeah, field type integer is in there, so that line item could go away because we already have it in older versions. Looking for this now. More merge from upstream. BMO extension stuff. Guided bug entry. It's in an extension now and new to us. Mozilla specific. Mozilla specific stuff. More Mozilla specific. That's logging stuff, which all changed since then anyway. Oh, an additional script in the reorg tools contrib. We're making use of that custom field type now that it exists. So specific stuff. Secure mail is new to us. I think so. I don't think we have that in 5.0 and 5.2 yet, do we? Yeah, we don't have secure mail yet, so that's new to us. Okay. Changes to custom templates. Extension that we don't have. Extension that's new to us anyway. Another extension. New extension. New extension. New extension. More and more of this is getting stuff that's in new extensions. That might be upstream. Nope. know, BMO does have a lot of bug cloning stuff that I know never made it upstream. That's one of the things that we wanted to get. Allow you to override the component when cloning a bug is basically what that is. Is that admin changes, I suppose? Did I spell it right? Reject. That phone never rings and somebody rang it. Had to be a wrong number. Okay, additional options for ways to clone a bug. Get out of my way. And that's white, which means it's something we already added earlier. What am I looking for? Okay, that's kind of the same thing. It can be lumped in with that. Same release note, we'll cover it. We'll add both bug numbers. Exterior custom. Oh, that's for the advanced fields thing, which is all going to be new to us anyway, I think. What is this? BMO template. I don't know what that is, but it's on the BMO extension, so probably not going to care. It's a form, custom form for Mozilla. Flags are Mozilla specific. And that is a custom hook for their security stuff. Another form. That is a bug fix to the query. That's that one we saw earlier that was getting backed out, so now they put it back in again. Let's see, dashboard is new to us. Moz Review is new to us. Splinter is new to us. BMO stuff we have to look at. That's Mozilla specific, so is that. Cursor stuck. Yeah, locked up on me. Get G does that every once in a while. Usually it'll recover after a minute. There it goes. Oh, that didn't either. It crashed. Great. Well, here's this bug number that we just added. That'll be the quickest way to get back where we left off. I was just thinking about it's about time to make a bookmark again. Okay, we're up past all of these kickoff forms up here. Maybe there's something in that commit that crashes it because it's dead again. The phone sounded like R2D2, huh? That is an old Polycom desk phone that was ringing. Oh, fun. Oh, now it's launching it again because it finished the crash report. Okay, all those kickoff forms. Make it so Splinter shouts loudly when a patch introduces Windows line endings. That's the one that crashed us. So I wonder if there's Windows line endings in the patch. It's like an example for it to catch. I don't know why it would choke on that though. Skip past it here. Bugzilla 4.2.6. Performance improvements, general performance improvements, whatever. That's changes to extensions that are new to us. Mozilla tracking stuff. Mozilla tracking stuff. Oh, okay. Well, good thing they got removed. That was a debugging thing they had. It sending copies of every bug mail to a specific address for debugging. And now they're done debugging with it, so they got rid of it at that point in history. Extra forms. And now we have a break in the orange line because it was too many commits in a row without any upstream changes. So they just stopped showing it. Oh, I have been here an hour already. I need to take a quick break real quick. I will be back in a couple minutes. Okay, I am thinking this screen should have the music from the tracks instead of the. Let's see, where is the VLC video source at existing background music? Poof, there we go. This music works better so that it's not such an interruption when I be right back. Okay. And now we need the legal stuff. Wow, that's big. It's free music, but they require the attribution be used when you have it on stream. How big is this thing? Getting more of it on screen. It's the fun stuff to get to watch this being. Watch us get messed with live. Okay, there we can see it. Okay. Looks good. Okay, let me go back to that. Hello. Just conveniently right between songs there. Let's make sure that works. Cool, there we go. Looks like the Discord source gets shut down when I take it off the screen. Because I saw the Discord API logo showing up on the left side there briefly when the screen came up. Because there is a channel on Discord that you can, if you have the right permissions, you can go in there and join me on stream if you wanted to talk. Let's see. Okay, back to business. Where did we leave off? Right after Bugzilla 426. We're in the middle of 2013. Only 9 years to go. And the pace of development kind of slowed down over the years at some point. So it's somewhere in the middle of this. It won't be so much volume of bugs per year. Around the time that Mozilla stopped contributing stuff back upstream to Bugzilla. It was because they dropped the number of developers because it was one of their downsizing times. And so they had fewer developers doing things for them in addition to having less of it getting pushed upstream when they did it. Once upon a time, Mozilla had 4 people internal working on Bugzilla. And for a couple of them, that was pretty much what they did. And then by the time I was not working at Mozilla anymore, I think there were 2 of them left. And both of them primarily worked on other things and did Bugzilla when they had time to. and it was BMO's Bugzilla. Mozilla's not upstream. Okay. So we will get there eventually. That's changed to Splinter extension, which is new to us. We don't care. That's a new to us extension. So is that. So is that. So is that. So is that. And it crashed again. Oh no. What have we got in these commit messages that makes it crash? Can I search for tags on here? 4.2.6. No, I can't. Darn it. Let's look just for 426. Hopefully it mentioned in the commit message. Yep, there it was. Okay. Poof. Which one was that so I don't hit it again? Splinter. That looks like an important bug fix, but it's not something that we're going to care about. I mean, it's going to be too complicated to explain. We'll just fall under performance improvements or whatever. I'm nervous clicking the next bug because I don't remember where the one was that made us crash. Apparently we're back. Okay. Well, actually, I went to it. I thought it crashed again for a minute. I think we're past the crashy one. Okay, product dashboard is new to us. Mozilla specific. That's more of that bug fix. Secure mail is new to us. Good. Bug entry is new to us. Open graph is new to us, I think. Yeah. We really did not have very many extensions as of 5.0 and 5.2. External contributor, so that's an upstream bug that got cherry picked. Pretty sure. Yep. Okay, that's Mozilla form. It's UI stuff. Spelling fixes. Where was that? Well, that's interesting. It's either working or it's not. Connection looks absolutely clean and stable right now, and a couple minutes ago it was like 99% packet loss, so it comes and goes. And when it goes hard. Okay. So still. Yeah, it's recovered again, I think. Okay. Default search to new users, save searches that appear in the footer. Okay. Bugs filed today. Oh, so that's a special one, like my bugs. So it's adding another one. That sounds useful. Yep, that's still in there. That is a minor feature, but user-facing. We're running out of space down here. We need more blank lines. I don't know what category to put that in. Is that search related? Let's see. Do we have a bug number on that? We do. And I better check just to make sure. I don't think that was an upstream thing. It's because they touched BMO specific codes, so. We're back. We have an insane level of packet loss, but we're back. Is it worth it to keep going with a stream dropping completely this often? But this is a situation where I'm glad to be on Twitch, because when I was co-streaming on YouTube, if you lost the stream on YouTube, it was done. You couldn't restart it. It would start up a new stream with a new URL if you were to reconnect after it dropped. Which is kind of a pain in the butt, because that means a new chat room and everything, and the people that were in chat just get left behind. Watching the stream statistics, it's still not quite recovered enough to consider it stable yet. Or maybe it has. Looks like it's nice and clean now, but I don't know how long it's going to last. Oh well, is this worth continuing? It's going to keep dropping like that. Oh well, the work needs to get done whether people can watch me do it or not. Okay. Oh, I need to make a note about that too. I need to mention that it's part of the BMO extension to remind us that if we're going to keep that, we need to port it out. I have a list somewhere of stuff that needs to be ported out of the BMO extension. It's bookmarked name. Because you never know when it's going to crash again. I refresh. That's a, excuse me, that's a Mozilla form. Fixed up the robots.txt file again. More Mozilla forms. Performance debugging stuff. Okay. All related to the same bug still. under the hood fix that nobody's going to care about in the release notes. The bug fix for the due date is empty broke because of the regression fix from that date, the new date type they added. Because the field that was using it didn't use it correctly. Release flags, UI refresh, more logging stuff. If you're ignoring a bug, you should still get mail if somebody makes a request of you on the bug. That makes sense. That falls under minor bug fixes. Nobody will care about that. Or they'll care, but they won't know it was broken to begin with. That's why you got to be careful with reporting bug fixes from stuff that's this long ago, is it might be fixing a bug on a feature that we didn't have to begin with. What is this? Oh, SQL caching stuff. Is that in? Can they do that? If they can't, I probably found it already when I was messing with the PostgreSQL stuff. But is that SQL cache thing, is that MySQL specific, is what I'm wondering. Excuse me. It's not in that file anymore. So somebody probably figured that out. It's not anywhere in the code anymore. That was a Mozilla specific form. Internet's not playing nice today. Yeah, we're getting lots of packet loss. I think we're going to go ahead and drop stream for the night. I'm getting tired of all the interruptions from my internet connection. I'll have to try it some other time when the network is more stable. So, let me save off the revised bookmark of where we're leaving off here. I am still getting lots of packet loss, so it's probably going to drop again pretty soon. So anyway, we are going to call it a night there, because I am, normally I would run longer than this, but I'm kind of tired because I've had a long weekend and the stream keeps dropping anyway, so I'm tired of the internet cutting out on me. So have a good night, everybody. We'll try to do some more random streams this week because we got other release activities to get out of the way. We are very close to having the full suite of stable branch releases in another week or two. So we will probably have lots of announcements about that soon, and a lot of flurry of activity in Git if you're watching commits. So we drop in all of the release process stuff as we get ready to send them out the door. So I'm going to get out of here. Have a good night, everybody.